This is a frequency distribution table that I'm going to show you, and you can find this problem in the book. It's called Political Blog Reading Times, and it's in chapter 2.1. And what you want to do here is you're told you want 5 classes, so you're going to need to find the class width. These are the times in minutes that were given in the book for reading this. People said they read blogs, political blogs, that many minutes each day. So the first thing you would want to do is take your maximum number. So you'll pick your maximum number. Let me grab a pen here. Alright, so this is the one we're going to take. Is 39 is my maximum, and my minimum was 0. So I'm going to say 39 minus 0 is equal to 39. And that's your range. That's max minus min. And I was told that I want 5 classes, so I'm going to divide 39 by 5, and that gives you 7.8. Now remember, with class width, when you divide that, it's a different kind of rounding. It's called rounding to the next convenient integer, or next convenient number. And I go to the next integer, and that's the correct way to do that. So the class width is not going to be 7.8, it's going to be 8. Now keep in mind, if you looked at my other video, if it said 7.1, you would still round up to 8. It always goes up to the next integer. So if it was just plain 7, your class width would be 8 again. So this is not regular kind of rounding. This is called rounding to the next convenient number, which is the next integer. So it's a whole number that you're going to round to, and even if you come out with a whole number, you round to the next whole number. So what I do now is I set up my classes. I start with my minimum, which was 0, and I add 8 going down, and that gives me 8 to be in this class. I add 8 more, and that gives me 16. I add 8 more, that gives me 24. I add 8 more, and that gives me 32. So I've made all the class lower limits first. That's what you do. Well, this one begins with 8, so that one's going to have to end with 7. So I can go in and fill my upper class limits. So this one begins with 16, so that would end with 15. Because this one begins with 24, I end with 23, 31, and here I would need to add 8 to find out that this one is going to end with 39. Please keep in mind that your class width does not end with the maximum all the time. These class widths have to have the same intervals between them. So this number may not be your maximum with your last class. Alright, then I tallied them up. I found out that there were 8 in the first class, 8 in the second class, 3 in the third class, 3 in the fourth class, and 3 in the fifth class. So my classes with the highest frequency would be these 2, and my classes with the lowest frequency would be these 2. Now I always total this column, and in your book you'll see that also, to show that there were 25 entries, and I double count and make sure that I had them right. Then here's your midpoint. Half of 7 minus 0, half of 7 is 3.5. Then you just add 8, add 8, add 8, add 8. Once you get the first one, you just have to add 8 to go down each time. Relative frequency, you take each frequency divided by the total. So 8 divided by 25 is 0.32. The second one's the same. Here the frequency is 3. 3 divided by 25 is 0.12. The other 3 are the same. So if I add these numbers, I'll get a number that is either 1 or close to 1. For cumulative frequency, you start with the smallest number, which was 8. Then I add the second frequency. I got 16. Add 3 is 19. Add 3 is 22. And add 3 is 25. And you should end up with the same number of entries that you had here. So I hope that helps you with frequency distribution tables.